Are you debating whether you should step into life insurance sales or maybe final expense insurance, and you're kind of worried about this industry being depressing because you're going to be in the death industry talking about things that may make you uncomfortable? Well, I want to help you understand what it really looks like. I'm here at a cemetery visiting some friends that have passed away where they've been buried, and believe it or not, I've got a ton of prospects that have become clients that I've helped checks be cut to their beautiful families. And life insurance is a blessing. It's something that really takes care of great people. It's not a depressing industry. Of course, you're going to talk about death in the totality of what takes place, of course, but it's not a horrible thing to help people understand their mortality in a way that's not pressure. It's all about asking the right questions, not, let's say, backing up, the death to their door and pressuring them to buy more. That's not what it is. These people aren't going to buy from you that way, and I'd go depress myself if that's how I sold. So understand that when you deliver checks, it's powerful. It's powerful. What you do matters. What you do matters, and to be in an environment, for example, like me right now, where I'm paying respects to some folks that have passed away. And let me tell you, I've got a lot of clients that I've paid respects to today, and I've guarded their families. I've made their families' lives better than when I first met these great folks that have passed on. And I was told by two folks here that are buried not too far away from here, and believe it or not, they said they didn't want to buy from me. They put up some objections like some of your great prospects will, and that's normal. But you've got to normalize them saying certain things. It's fine. Don't object to what they say. Find out how to serve them greater. Bring more value to them. And a husband and wife both passed away within 24 hours of each other. Both had policies with me. Both gave pushback. And it was so just powerfully humbling. It almost like takes my breath away when they passed away. It really did. Even now, it was a shock when a husband and wife passed away within 24 hours of each other, and I get the phone call that they're both deceased. And I took care of that family, took care of the death claim, and I believe you should too. If you're selling final expense insurance, selling life insurance, you need to do a couple claims in your career minimum, all right? It's not depressing to deliver a check. Not saying you're not going to cry like a baby, okay, like I did when I delivered countless checks. And I run a national insurance agency at jasonfinalexpense.com, and let me tell you, I've found a lot of checks I've been delivering over the course of my career, and it still will humble you, but it's not depressing to make the family's lives better when you're realizing that if you didn't do your job well, the wealth would be different for the families. There may be like, well, we can't afford a nice urn. Well, we can't afford anything more than a pine box. Believe it or not, some of these families that are left behind, they can't celebrate their precious loved ones if you don't put these things in view. You've got to ask these questions. You've got to ask questions about what you're going to do, not for yourself to get commission. How are you going to help that family get the right check at the right time when this takes place? Yes, the death industry can seem to be depressing if you're just pushing prospects. That's not what I'm talking about. You need to be really just serving these great folks, saying the right things at the right time. Timing's everything. And when the time comes that they pass away, if you can take care of them because you did your job right, because you're going to bring the right check, there's nothing better than this. There honestly is nothing better than taking care of these prospects powerfully. It's a humbling privilege. But if you help them with the money that's necessary, you won't feel depressed about it. It should be a privilege for sure that maybe you're going to be humbled by it, and maybe you'll have a little pit in your stomach when you're going into this process, especially if you join an insurance agency that never helps you with the death claims. We did another death claim this week, $10,000. An insurance agent put a check into a family's hands for $10,000. What we do matters. Helping a family with money that they need, it's a powerful privilege. If that insurance agent didn't do his job, if that insurance sales lady didn't do her job when she delivered a check for over $40,000 recently, that family would not have the tax-free wealth to really give their powerful loved ones a great kickoff. They didn't have to worry. And it's nice to know that when that money comes, they can pay for some of the most expensive real estate in their lives. They've passed away, but let me tell you, that piece of dirt is expensive. It is expensive, and families need to know that don't worry about the expenses. We're going to take care of you. Mom thought about you. She took care of you. She bought a policy. She protected you. And when you are protecting their wishes later, when they pass, you're going to feel good about what you're doing because you're giving them hope. You're giving them help. You're not just pushing a product. If you're pushing a product, you're going to feel empty anyway. It's not just about selling or knuckling down on people. That's not what this industry is about. So many people make it about this big old team submit, go get your money, go increase your AP. There's more to life than this. There's more to final expense insurance sales than this. You got to be really thinking about, am I making a difference? The things that you do, are they making an impact on others? When you give other people everything they want, and I mean everything they want and wish and desire, and what you do is in their budget, believe it or not, they'll probably do business with you. Just like my clients here, where the husband and wife passed away. They both did business with me, but they gave me pushback. And I just sat there, asked them some questions, and you know what? They didn't question anything in the process. They did business, and we brought big checks to guard their families. That beautiful marker over here was paid for through the hands of a life insurance company. A life insurance company paid for everything here because what we did mattered. It made the way for everything to be provided for the family. They didn't have to dig into their pockets, and they have a beautiful place here. It's amazing, but to give a lasting legacy that goes beyond us, it's about them. To go and help people, it's powerful, and you're not going to feel this overwhelming depression from delivering big checks. You're not. You're going to be like, you know what I did mattered. When you do your first death claim and you come to a cemetery and you're like, oh wow, that's this person, I paid that claim, that's this person, I paid that claim. I remember the conversation with their beautiful families. I talked to their families, a couple months ago. How you guys doing? I still stay in contact with some of the beneficiaries that I brought checks to. It's a privilege to do what we do. Be in a place that empowers your prospects to understand the good that you are doing and understand yourself that you're bringing hope to them. It's not just about selling a policy, selling life insurance, selling annuities, mind-numbingly. Let's go get the highest team submit. Let me go be Tarzan beating my own chest. No. Take care of people. This is a people business. Always has been, always will be. Make their lives better. Make their lives better. And when that time comes that they pass, always focus on putting your best foot forward. Deliver value, deliver service, back up what you say you're going to do, and deliver everything they need of you and then some. It is a precious, precious privilege to be an insurance agent. It is an absolute privilege to be able to run an insurance agency and to just partner together with some of the most powerful, like-minded insurance producers on this planet that are putting the needs of our prospects before us, because without them, there is no us. You've got to always realize your greatest thing that you need to be thinking about is, how can I make my precious clients' lives better? And when they're no longer here, how do I help? How do I help those that they leave behind? And if you focus on them, you'll never have this negative feeling about the death industry. You're bringing value. What you do is necessary. It's needed. I'm going to pass away at some point. Every human being will, okay? And when that happens, did you make somebody's life better? Did you bring the wealth that young family needed? Did you help that mom who no longer has a husband? Did you help those kids when the parents pass away, put their kids through college by setting everything up properly? Did you help the mortgage get paid for? If you did, I'm proud of you. And if you've ever paid a death claim, you'll never have a negative thought about selling life insurance. It'll change you permanently. It will. When you put a check in someone's hands, there's no greater privilege than to do that, but it will change how you work. When you get told no, you're going to understand the level of responsibility that you signed up for. So becoming a final expense Telesales insurance agent, let me tell you, there's no better life. There is no better life, but it's because we're making our clients' lives better. And that's what I'll leave with you. I hope this gives you some perspective. Keep doing the good work. These great people need good agents. There's too many bad insurance agents out there. There just are. There's a lot of high pressure-y salesmen that say the wrong things, make people feel horrible. And that's not what this business is about. Keep helping people. Keep bringing hope. And if I can serve you in any way at all, feel free to reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. Free resources always for the taking, but I appreciate you walking with me and hope you have a great day.